Hello, and welcome back to another Cricket Daily on the Chris McPherson Show for the 28th of January. And we've got plenty to unpack, a little bit to look ahead to. The Under-19s World Cup continues on. Bilateral international series are in the off, but we can't wait to unpack it all for you. Of course, if you love your cricket and you want to stay up to date, make sure to hit subscribe on our channel here. Hit like on the video as well and get involved in the comments. Let us know what you're looking forward to in the coming days and weeks in the cricket, what your takeaways have been from the matches in the last day or so. And let us know with the predictions and previews where we've got it right, where we've got it wrong, and how you see it all playing out. Of course, if you want to just grab those bite-sized takes, you can head across to our social media channels on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X, where you can find us at The Chris Mack Show. Follow along and continue to keep up to date with all your sporting landscape. But let's start it off with Sri Lanka versus England, the third and final one-day international in the series. And England took it to the next level in this match as their top order well and truly found their groove to wrap up the series. His victory hands England the one-day series 2-1, a great turnaround considering how disappointing they were in the first match of the series. And it is their first away series victory since beating Bangladesh in March 2023 in one-day cricket. While for Sri Lanka, it is their first one-day series loss at home since going down to India way back in 2021. In this one, England won the toss. They elected to bat first at a venue that is known to be challenging for chasing sides. After a start that could be generously described as steady, England lost Ben Duckett in the seventh over at 19 for 1 and Rayan Ahmed 4 overs later at 40 for 2, meaning there was some work to be done, but it brought together the informed Joe Root and young gun Jacob Bethel, who put on 126 at better than a run a ball to set the platform for a strong total. Bethel departing for 65 from 72, and then in stepped captain Harry Brook, and he obviously seemed to be in a bit of a rush and places to be. He brought up his 50 of just 40 deliveries, and that's where he planted his foot on the accelerator. Joe Root, not long after, brought up his 100 at a run a ball, his 20th one-day international series, only to be well and truly outshone and overtaken by his captain, who brought his 100 up off a further 17 deliveries with his foot firmly on the Sri Lankan throats as they took the final 5 overs of the English innings for 88 runs. Brook finished 136 not out from 66 deliveries. Just a reminder, 50 of 40, meaning he took the next 86 of 26 deliveries. And Joe Root, 111 not out from 108 deliveries. Set a staggering and imposing total of 357 for 3. Sri Lanka did well in endeavouring to establish a chase with Pavan Rathnayake setting the backbone of the innings with a century. However, a unified bowling attack again from England, led by their spinners, starred for the second match in succession as those spinners again combined for the bulk of the overs, bowling 37 of 46.4 overs, with Liam Dawson, Will Jacks and Adil Rashid all claiming 2 wickets each to seal the series for the English as they turn their focus now to the shorter form of white ball cricket for both these sides ahead of the World Cup, which gets underway in just over a week's time. We move on to the Under-19s World Cup and 2 matches overnight. Pakistan took on New Zealand. New Zealand had it all on the line for them. But Pakistan's pace duo of Ali Raza with 36 for 3 and Abdul Subhan with 11 for 4 shared in 7 wickets to thwart New Zealand's pursuit of a first victory at the Under-19s World Cup. Opener Hugo Bogue, it's fair to say, played a lone hand as he only batted to go past 20 with 6 batsmen failing to reach double figures for New Zealand. And with constant wickets falling, New Zealand never looked in danger of posting anywhere near a competitive or significant total and found themselves all out in the 29th over for just 110. Pakistan's chase was anchored by their star opener Samir Minhas, who accelerated them towards the total, racking up his second 50 of the tournament as he tallied 76 not out from 59 deliveries to steer Pakistan home with plenty of time to spare in the 18th over for an 8-wicket victory and a significant boost to their net run rate. The loss does end New Zealand's previously slim semi-final hopes, while it does put Pakistan well into the hunt for a semi-final berth. The other match overnight, India up against Zimbabwe in the Under-19s, and Zimbabwe won the toss and sent the tournament favourites into bat and quickly may have questioned their decision on their home deck in Bulawayo. India did what India do. They got off to a rapid start, bringing up their team 50 in just 30 balls and 100 in 62 deliveries, as Vaibhav Suryavanshi tallied up a half century of 52 of 30 deliveries to set the platform from which Vian Malhotra capitalised on with a century. 109 not out from 107, alongside a cameo of 61 from wicketkeeper Abhigan Kundu, which added to the carnage as India racked up 352 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. Tatendi Chimagoro was the pick of the bowlers for Zimbabwe with 49 for 3 from 8, while Simbarashe Mudzenjereri got 51 for 2 from his 10. A tough day for the hosts, it's fair to say, in the field, and their chase followed a similar script. It never really got off the ground as they found themselves 24 for 3 towards the end of the first power play. And despite some runs from Kian Blignalt with 37 from 73 and Leroy Chawala with 62 from 77, the Indian bowlers regrouped and cleaned up the tail, claiming the final 6 wickets for just 6 runs to secure a massive 204-run victory and continued to boost their case as the tournament favourites. Udav Mohan with 20 for 3 from his 6.4 and Ayush Mahatri with 14 for 3 from his 4 were by far the best of the Indian bowlers in a comprehensive and clinical display from the top side so far in this World Cup. It is a huge boost for India's net run rate, and it also sets the scene for their final 2 Super 6 matches, where they'll take on England and Pakistan, 2 of the other sides in pursuit of a semi-final berth in this Super 6 group. It's going to be a decisive semi-final race, and those 2 matches will go a long way towards determining it. Last but not least, in recapping the action, South Africa started their T20 series at home against the West Indies. The South Africans won the toss and made the surprising decision to chase in the opening match at Pal, a venue not known for chasing sides getting home. It seemed a little bit puzzling, but maybe it worked out for the best. South African attack's performance would have certainly given captain Aiden Markram some confidence in that decision to bowl first, as despite an aggressive approach from the West Indies, they took consistent wickets, with George Linder taking 25 for 3 from his 4 overs and leading the way for their attack. Shimron Hetmeyer was the, brightest of stars for the West Indian side, using his strong recent South Africa T20 experience in these conditions, racking up 48 from 32, as the West Indies took themselves to 173 for 7 from their 20 overs, a total that they thought at the innings break would be competitive, and it proved to be within realm, but a little too short in the end. South Africa made no missteps in their chase of that target of 174. Luan Pretorius opened with 44 from 28 before captain Aiden Markram steered the side home with a career-best T20 international score of 86 not out from 47. He was ably assisted by Ryan Rickleton with his 40 not out, steering home their side with an explosive finish to a 9-wicket win with 13 balls to spare. The series will now move on to a more pacey and bouncy Centurion deck in 2 days' time, and expect the West Indies to bite back there. We now move forward to our look ahead, and it's one of the leaner days in the weeks to come, realistically, as we head towards the T20 World Cup. And we have the Under-19s World Cup continuing on, Australia taking on the West Indies. This will be a crucial clash where the West Indies will certainly need to be on against an in-form Australian side. A win for Australia could put them 1 foot into the semi-finals, while a win for the West Indies would be a huge leg up in this tight 4-horse race for the semi-finals in this Super 6 group. West Indies batting lineup will need the likes of Jewel Andrew and Zachary Carter to absolutely fire against an in-form, star-studded bowling attack for Australia if there to be any chance in Harare. I think Australia will get this one done, but look for some West Indies fireworks at points to make it exciting. And then our other match tomorrow, India and New Zealand continue their T20 series. New Zealand's batting has been strong, and they needed to continue to be so and find another gear in the 4th T20 in Vizag. The big question, though, how can New Zealand's bowling attack pump the brakes? Because while the New Zealand batting attack has been strong, India's has been far stronger. This high-flying Indian batting lineup that has peeled off 5 half-centuries already inside of 3 T20s, with their 3 highest-scoring batters in the series all having tallied over 100 runs in the series at strike rates over 200. Their 2 next best also striking at over 200. And when we look at the case of Abhishek Sharma, one of those 3 leading batters alongside Surya Kumar Yadav and Ishan Kishan, he is striking at 270 plus. This is absolutely a firepower-laden Indian batting attack, and New Zealand need to find some answers. The Vizag wicket is more known for low and slow bounce, but it isn't unknown for big scores. If the tone so far has been anything to go by, New Zealand will need one in terms of big scores and need to bowl well if they're going to restrict the Indian firepower here. After what we've seen across the opening 3 games, including India chasing down over 150 in 10 overs, you certainly have to lean towards the home side here to continue their run. But are New Zealand in with our fighting chance? They'll think so. But again, we'll get some more glimpses of both these sides heading into this T20 World Cup and start to know more about where to expect their performances to lie. A big thank you to you for tuning in again to another Cricket Daily on the 28th of January. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, get involved in the comments, and follow us along on social media at The Chris Mack Show on your favourite social media platforms. But until tomorrow, when we'll be back with another Cricket Daily, and there'll be much more content dropping across the channel in the hours around that. We look forward to having you again on your home of the black and white of sport. No grey opinions here on The Chris McPherson Show.